the crystals. It is most powerful and most beautiful crystal that it creates. And so therefore, if that is so, then we must watch what we do all the time. Is that a big, wow, it's heavy, is it? Is it heavy? You think you have to watch what you do all the time? It is. Not if you practice it and become proficient at it, right? When you start learning the piano, what happens? And you can hardly get your fingers going, and yet you end up being able to play Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. You can't do it in the first sitting, can you? And so Qigong is the same thing. However, in Qigong, what we find is that people, if they don't perfect it right away, they say, oh, I can't do it. How many find that? And they give up doing it. I have found that a lot. It's like they expect to be perfect right away. You do the exercise, they can't do it exactly like what you do. And they go like this instead, you know? And they, oh, I can't do it. But you have to practice it as well. All right. And so now, in affecting the world, what is the world like right now? How many of you have had challenges? Anybody have had challenges? If you don't put your hands up, you're a darn liar. How many have had challenges? I did, and also my leg is up. Yes. And it's okay to have challenges. Today, the world is challenged with economic, with weather changes, the tsunamis, the Haiti right now, and Colombia, and all of those places, and Katrina, all of that. Do you think that just happened? Who do you think created that? I did. How many think you had a hand in creating those things? Anybody? Yes, we did. Because we're not respectful of the environment, we're not respectful of ourselves as much as we should be. It's hard to really love yourself. You can love others much easier than you can love yourself. How many find that? Yes, it is. And to praise yourself too, to acknowledge how good I am. Easy to say how bad I am, right? Because I have something as an exercise called news and good that we start off with. And it's like when it comes to that, and it's like they can't think about anything good about themselves. But if you say, think of something bad, tell us something bad about yourself, and they'll go, blah, 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 without having to think about it. How many find it that way? Hard to say, because we've been taught humbleness, right? Carried to the extreme. So we have to know what we're good at, and we have to know what we need to improve. I don't say what's bad, what we need to improve on, okay? And so, yes, I asked you how many have challenges, and I said, I do. And you see, I do have challenge with my leg right now. But however, God has given me other compensations. My chi power right now is even better than it was. Than Gary Repstock knew me about 25 years ago. But my leg was just a recent establishment, rather a recent challenge. I've been water skiing, I snow ski, and I play tennis, I play golf, I play everything, and etc. And now I have to be careful. And so what is it that God is challenging me with? And that is a question we always ask And in my book, I said, look at your challenge as a friend. Whether it's cancer, whether it's heart, whether it's asthma, diabetes, whether it's an accident, or just plain stress. If you look at it as a friend, then you're able to work with it. If you look at it as an enemy and you fight it, what happens when you fight somebody? Fights you back. But if you love it and say, how can I love my cancer? How can I love all this terrible conditions that's happening in the world, the economic downturn, and which creates problems for me? And I know everybody in my travel all over the world that this economic downturn isn't just hitting America, it's hitting everybody in the world. And one of the things that I say is creating that is that we have maximized the emphasis on the physical, mechanical, the technological, and have left the mind and the heart and the spirit lagging behind there. So this is a time to reverse and to bring the spirit and the mind to the fore. And there's something else too, is that it's been a male energy that's dominated. How many feel that? Through time, it's a male energy that's dominated, and the female energy has been lagging behind or has been suffocated even. So this is a time to rise up the feminine energy. So in Chinese medicine, we talk about the yin and the yang, right? The yang is what? Male. And the yin, therefore, is female. And in that symbol, it must be balanced. Isn't that right? So if it sways too much in one side, then there's problem. Sways too much to the yang, then there's big problem too. So now we must balance the two together. So the other thing is that you can count all the problems that we have. And you can continue to be statistics that you are suffering from the economic downturn, and you are unemployed, and you're suffering. What else? And the thing, or you can be the solution. And I think all of you are the solution here, right? You're all the solution. How many is a solution here? Yes. All your hands, because you're here. And so therefore, you need to know what the statistics are in relationship to what you are facing. Then you can then be a solution. If you don't know what the problems are, then you cannot be a solution.